Now available in paperback and e-readers. Isis, Bride of Dracula. The Goddess Next Door and John Haynes team up to take on the Dark Vampire Lord in this action-packed Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Bride of Dracula in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers today. Well, the current run on Batman at DC Comics hasn't been good at all. Independent comic creators are capturing the heart and the spirit of the Dark Knight in the comics that they've published. Now, there are two absolutely fantastic miniseries that are themed similar to Batman that really capture the heart and spirit of the character better than DC Comics has right now. And the first of those miniseries is one from Dark Horse called Cloaked. And this Cloaked miniseries is one that really reminds me a lot of The Dark Knight Returns and portions of the run of Batman comics from the 80s and the 90s. And Cloaked has a very intriguing mystery regarding its hero who has aged out, and we're trying to find out who is killing his former arch enemies in his rogues gallery. Now, a lot of the fingers are pointing at the former hero, but we're still trying to find out who is the real killer. And this series has been extremely compelling from first page to last in this mini-series, and I definitely recommend you picked up Cloaked if you want to pick up a story that captures the spirit and the heart of Batman and feels just like a Batman comic from the 80s. You can't go wrong with Cloaked, which shrouds itself in darkness and secrecy in a very intriguing and very complex mystery I recommend you definitely pick up. Now, the other comic that is very Batman-esque is from AWA Comics, and this series is Knighted. Now, this Knighted series is very much reminding me of the Batman of Zern Earl and this story, and Batman Beyond, and this story really is compelling because it's about a Batman-esque character who winds up putting on the role of the Knight after accidentally taking the life of the original superhero. And after taking the life of the original Knight, this kind of Clark Kent-esque police administrator puts on the Knight's costume, and he goes on to take on the role of the hero in a very, very intriguing story. And the art here is absolutely fantastic from Mark Texiera, and if you remember him from Ghost Rider in the 90s, but he does an absolutely fantastic job of making the art on Knighted pop. And this 5-issue miniseries is another home run that really captures the heart and the spirit of Batman and really tells a great and compelling story about a Dark Knight-esque hero that really, as I see it, captures the heart and soul of the Batman character better than what we're seeing in today's Batman comics. Now, both your Cloaked and Knighted are available at your comic book stores, and I wanted to see more readers pick up both of these absolutely fantastic series, which really again capture the heart and spirit of Batman and feature an extremely compelling series of mysteries. The mystery in Cloaked is just one that is very much like old school Batman, and Knighted really reminds me of stories like on Superman the Animated Series Nighttime, and in some ways reminds me of Batman Beyond. So both of these books are home runs as related to a Batman as character, and they show us that you don't need to go to DC Comics to get a story about the Dark Knight. No, you can get Dark Knight-esque stories from great independent publishers who can do a great job of telling a Dark Knight story without the Dark Knight in it. Now, again, if you want to pick up both of these comics, Knighted and Cloaked, they are both at your local comic book store, and both of these books could definitely use the support of readers. If you're a Batman fan, you definitely want to pick both of these up. And if you want to pick up my first comic, Esteem No Good Deed, you can find that comic on Kindle for 99 cents. And my new comic, John Haynes at Death's Door, I'm hoping to have that up on Kickstarter soon. I've got 31 of 32 pages from Antonio Baldari, and once I get the cover, I'll be launching the Kickstarter and looking to get that book in readers' hands. But until then, you can pick up the John Haynes series and books on the SJS Direct Universe, like the ISIS series and the E-Steam series, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find SJS Direct Universe books on Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more comic-related videos, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, John Haynes, A Conversation with Death. The man who rules the world and the angel of darkness take on a horde of demons in this inaugural John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, A Conversation with Death for 99 cents on Kindle or in paperback today.